They tell me I've reached 90 years. It sounds like a lot of time, doesn't it? When you're young, 90 feels like an eternity. But from where I'm sitting now, it feels like a long afternoon. You spend the first 30 years learning how to be a person, the next 30 trying to make your mark, and the last 30 trying to understand what it was all for. People often ask me for the secret. They want a shortcut, but life isn't a puzzle to be solved, it's a rhythm to be felt. Sit with me for a while. Let me tell you what I've seen. When I was 20, I thought the world revolved around my anxieties. I was terrified of failing, of being forgotten, of not reaching the goals I had set for myself. I walked through life with my shoulders hunched, carrying the weight of a future that hadn't happened yet. What I didn't realize then, and what most of you miss now, is that the world is remarkably indifferent to your titles and your trophies. And that is not a sad thing. It is a liberation. The things that kept me awake at night in my 20s, I can't even remember them now. What remains are not the grand achievements, but the quiet moments. The smell of rain on hot pavement. The way a loved one's hand felt in mine. We are so busy building monuments to our own importance that we forget to live in the garden. There is a peculiar thing about time. When you have plenty of it, you spend it like a fool. You throw it away on things that don't matter, on arguments that go nowhere, on waiting for a better time to start doing what you truly love. But time is the only currency you have. You cannot earn more, you cannot borrow it. Every breath you take is a coin spent. Don't spend your coins on bitterness. Don't spend them on resentment or holding on to slights from years ago. If I could give you one piece of advice, it is this: forgive quickly. Not because the other person deserves it, but because you cannot afford the tax of carrying that anger for another decade. It will eat your life from the inside out. Love. That is the only thing that actually stays. Not the grand, dramatic love you see in films, but the steady, quiet, often boring love of a lifetime. It is the person who sits across from you at breakfast for 40 years. It is the patience, the compromise, the choosing to be kind when you are tired. And loss? Loss is the price we pay for having known love. People spend their whole lives trying to avoid grief, closing themselves off so they won't be hurt. But a heart that isn't broken is a heart that is never really opened. To love is to accept the eventual goodbye. Don't be afraid of the pain. It is just proof that your life was filled with things worth holding on to. The wisdom of enough. A simple meal, an old book, a view of the sky. We live in a world that is obsessed with more. More money, more status, more noise. But at 90, I've learned that the most dangerous word in the English language is more. It keeps you running on a treadmill that never stops. True peace is found in the word enough. Enough health to walk today. Enough food on the table. Enough people who know my name. When you stop chasing the horizon, you finally start noticing the ground beneath your feet. You start to see the beauty in the mundane. A cup of coffee in the morning light isn't just a drink, it is a miracle. We are walking miracles, most of us just too distracted to notice. Don't worry so much. Really, you are going to be okay. The things you are scared of will pass, and the things you are celebrating will eventually fade, and that is exactly how it should be. Life is not a destination. It's not about the end of the road. It's the way the light looks when it hits the trees in the evening. It's the sound of someone laughing in the next room. It is a fleeting, beautiful, fragile thing. Take a deep breath. Look around you. You are here. For now, that is more than enough.